The multics have been successfully integrated at last, and now we have some micromanaging to do and still a war to finish down to our galactic southeast, as well as a fleet to construct as the whole war with the Dabulan Free Traders looms. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Ancient Relics in our Roma Galactica 2.5 series. So I'm going to keep this pause for a moment because we have a lot to work on. We have a number of new worlds that have been added to our territory, and we're going to look at them one at a time. And first of all, we're going to rename them since we have that option. So this is looks like there's 7 pops on this world, not particularly grown at the moment. We are going to call this, no, not Nova Roma. Telepylos works for me. We're not going to do anything too crazy with the colony names here. I wish that I could rename these stars. Well, I could rename the stars. I can't randomize them, but I might give them somewhat more Roman names. All right, Multics. I'm going to just rename to Multixium. Or even better, let's call it Tixium instead. It looks like there's lots of upgrades to be done here. We might need to kind of work with these planets a lot in the beginning of this episode. We also have some star bases to dismantle. So I'm going to have to take a close look at that. But yeah, it's worlds like these that need to be renamed. Silpium, I'm all right with that. Threnacia, that's good. All right, Hixum is our existing territory. Oh yeah. Moxfrock Oxakadolf is going to need to be renamed. Favonius is fine with me. Okay, so I think that's everything. Are there any other weird colony names on the list? They would definitely stand out, I'd say. Okay, so that's that. We now have a new sector as well. Let's jump to that now. F4 is, I believe, the name of the sector. Neritum. Oh, actually, No, the Ultron Miasma. No. That's the name of that particular. Is it the Neritum sector? There it is. Yeah, I just completely overlooked it. So the Neritum sector, which I'm gonna keep that as the sector name, has Primus Virius as its governor. And do we like Primus Virius? I guess I kind of do. He's lowering crime, and that could be good for that area. So I guess it's just a matter of looking at the stations and seeing which I can get rid of. I think I will go ahead and downgrade this. Just to get rid of some of the extra... Yeah. We're going to need to do this. There might be some trade that I need to gather. I'm not going to worry about Hixum. Alright, we can have a total of 19, so I don't need to downgrade all of them. Actually, I do. I do need to downgrade all of them. Aha, here it is. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. So they had a few... Okay, yeah, they have some up here. And I do want those to stay in place. Although, that as an anchorage, I don't know that I agree with. So part of me wants to downgrade that too. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. Because having an anchorage there, that's kind of vulnerable. Ooh, there's a 20-slot continental world. I can definitely colonize that. It's out in the frontier sector, but we could start a new sector there. That'd be fun. It would be just that kind of section of stars. Wow. All gun batteries, huh? All right, then. Go ahead and give the order to upgrade that station. And we have room for one more. I just need to see where the trade value is in here. All right, lots of trade value at Multics. So it seems like this is going to be... I probably shouldn't have downgraded that one, but I have the alloys to rebuild it. So that way we're not dealing with those penalties. Well, that's not an excuse because I could have just kept that one, but that's all right. Didn't quite think that through. But we definitely have a few new colonization opportunities. So that's that. And now let's take a close look at the colonies themselves. We have research labs here. I think I want to replace some of this. I'm going to replace you with a gene clinic. The rest of that looks okay, though. I'm all right with that. All right, and that's Tixian. That's their capital. So Telepylos, I'm going to replace you. Yeah, there's no reason you should have... Well, these are crystal mines. Never mind. So there is a reason you should have those. Although, I'm seeing some additional blockers that haven't been cleared on these worlds. So let's go ahead and take care of some of those. There's lots of rare resources on this world, too. That's nice to see. Dust caverns, bubbling swamp, and crystalline caverns. So that's good for us to have gained those. Okay, that's taken care of. And then finally we have you with just one blocker. And it seems like you have room for some additional growth. Why did you do an alloy foundry there first? That makes no sense whatsoever. Gene clinic? I guess you needed alloys that badly. Let's go for an autoton monument instead. Now you are not currently connected. There's also a lot of trade value that can be collected if I replace you with, say, replace one of these with, say, a trade hub. Let's go ahead and upgrade you to a Star Fortress, because I can. And as soon as that upgrade's done, we're going to build some new trade buildings there. Okay, so we're continuing to invade in this area.
Ships refitted.
We're going to have to build classes 2 with this episode as well. That's going to happen relatively quickly. I'm going to give the order to build a few more ships, or actually to upgrade them, and then we're going to reinforce. There we go. That happened pretty easily. All right, so let's go here, and then all of that territory will have been conquered. This war is going quite well compared to the last one, I have to say. I kind of want to go up there and help out because it seems like they don't have a lot of forces on the front lines.
Construction complete.
Wow. So that was our boost to our monthly unity. We now are making 612. I think we were at something like 555. So that was a pretty big jump. And it might... Oh, now it's at 719 because as people move into those new jobs, it's going to be a little bit chaotic in terms of our production. Yeah, you can see consumer goods is suddenly taking a hit. That might also be because of our new pops. Speaking of that... Yeah, we have to... Let's go ahead and apply this template to those other humans. We're going to research that. Looks like we have some debris that could be researched, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. So then the Raxar are the second most populous species. I want to go ahead and modify them slightly. There we go. And the half Raxar also can set some additional templates. I need to do this. I can't believe I haven't done this sooner. So let's have a quick look at our modification possibilities. Yeah, we can make them intelligent. That's a good idea. All right, then the Multics. This is where we can really have a lot of fun. So right now, yeah, these guys are all set to residence right now, but I think in terms of the Raxar, once I'm done upgrading all these guys, we're going to look at their rights. Well, I can set their rights now. We can make them full citizens, which will make them happier. They will start consuming more amenities. But I mean, they've been... I think the Raxar deserve it. The half Raxar we'll talk about later, but there's so many pops relative to the humans. And the Multics will get there eventually. But for now, let's continue to mess with this a little bit. I can make them intelligent. Yeah, let's make them intelligent. Okay, and then as those projects finish, we'll add more to the queue. Still low stability on Pila, but it is climbing. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the gene clinic so that we're building as much as possible here. We're going to need some additional pop types on this world, though. And right now, we don't have anybody. Hold that thought. Yeah, we definitely have a consumer goods issue at the moment, but that should balance out, maybe. Edicts, that's what I was looking at. Healthcare campaign, there we go. All right, so with the current amount of influence that we're making per month, can we go with research grants? Seems like it might be a good idea. We don't need production targets anymore, evidently. Although we might, hang on, give it 5 days. No, it's actually pretty good. So let's go with research grants. That's most of our influence, but I'm all right with that.
Construction complete.
And there we go. So we've completely taken over this wing of the Izki Star Alliance. Let's take a moment, come down here. Now, I think I'd sent them up that direction, and I do believe that's what I want to keep doing. So we're going to attack that fleet and do away with them.
Ships refitted.
Good. All right, so Classis 1 is fully constructed. I'm going to go ahead. I don't have them patrolling at the moment, and I really should. But let's just have them return to Seoul for now. And we're going to make a new fleet. So how exactly is Classis 1 set up? 10, 8, 6, and 6, 3, and 3. That's right. So we'll do something that kind of mirrors that a little bit. Let's create a new fleet. Now, I can't quite remember which of my... Is it the Claudius class is the carrier, and we're not going to build those just yet. Or no, it was the... dang it, now I've got to look at Classis 1. So it's Claudius and Severus class. Yeah, which is what I have here. Good. All right, so we're going to have the exact same kind of setup. Perfect. And I'm going to give the order to build that fleet, and that's going to eat up every last one of my alloys, but that's okay. Because this is Classis 1. Hasn't started being built yet, but it will be there soon enough.
Variant available.
All right, so we've completed the modifications to the human species, which means let's jump right back in and keep modifying. The Raxar need this template applied. It's going to take 6 months. That's getting in the way, of course, of the technology that's going to allow us to terraform Mars, so I might pause that in just a moment. Earth appears to have some housing issues. We could move some humans. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move some humans to Pila. I can afford to move. No, I don't want to specialize anything. All right, let's go ahead and resettle. There we go. The only thing about Pila is the habitability of Pila is quite low. I believe. Humans are not attuned for Savannah worlds at the moment. So they would not be happy here. I can research that, and I can also terraform the world. Which of my species would be good? That's the question I have to answer. Which of my species would be good for that? Yeah, we might need to modify out that world preference as well, because the Multics having a Gaia world preference is kind of counterproductive. We can modify that, though. That's not an issue. Yeah, the Savannah habitability is really quite low. So we're going to need to send, like, the... Might be the Dabulans. Some of the Dabulans living in our territory. To Pila. So we only have a few of them at all, actually. So it might actually be the Snakeoids. Where are you guys primarily? Well, yes, I know you're here, but was I only... Hang on. Yeah, this is Empire species. So we have some Snakeoids in our territory. I just need to find out where exactly they are. Yeah, there are some on Aurora. So let's go ahead and move some of these guys to Pila. then where else might they be? Are there any on Elysium? I think I saw some there. Yep. This is going to affect my production somewhat. But if we have them there, that'll at least help balance out the population a little bit and help that, yes, help this world stabilize a little bit faster. Let's do an Autoton monument. And then Tixium. Oh, man. Let's just upgrade that for now. Colonium Arboricum, you're going to go ahead and need a city district. Not a problem there. I still need to move some pops off of Earth. It's just I don't think... Hang on. Maybe there are some snakeoids on Earth. There are snakeoids on Earth. Perfect. Problem solved then. So there's a few of them everywhere. Good. All right, that kills 2 birds with 1 stone. And Pila will hopefully stabilize a little bit as a result of that, too.
Science Division reports
Interdimensional trade has increased. Very good. We can now finally build habitats. What else can we do? I do want to get the living metal mega construction underway. Although I think civilian rep complexes is going to be the next thing we need to get set up because we seem to have a consumer goods problem. So let's focus on that first. And let's also see where else I can just upgrade those buildings outright.
Complete.
First of all, let's definitely upgrade you. Anything to produce more minerals or consumer goods is what I'm going to look to upgrade right now.
Construction complete.
Also, it looks like I'm a little bit low on volatile motes. So we're going to buy 100 of those, and now let me go back in and see where I can upgrade those. Yeah, this is a mining world. Let's upgrade that. What do I need in order to upgrade these? Minerals. Okay, well, crap. Hang on, let's sell that many. And buy that many. That might change the picture somewhat. It's consumer goods that I really need to push. And there are definitely a few worlds where I haven't fully finished that upgrade process yet. Here we go. Tixium. So one of the worlds we've just brought into the fold. Nova Aegyptus as well. Okay, so we're just going to have to keep a close eye on that. Because we don't, like, consumer goods is like the last good in your economy that you want to bottom out without your being aware of it. I mean, you don't want to bottom out at all, but if it catches you off guard.
Species variant available.
All right, this is going to be classes 2. All right, the Raxar modifications have finished. Let's go back to species modification. And we have set them to full citizenship. So I think we've set these guys up. Let's go ahead and apply this template. We're going to research that. And then I'm going to stop for a bit. Not with this episode, but because I would like the Mars terraforming project to finish. Also, what in the world is going on with my faction influence? Our biggest faction is the Xeno Aid Center. They don't want species-wide slavery. Okay, that's why they're so unhappy. All right, if we have research treaties with at least 3 other empires, this will please the Committee of Technological Mastery. Because we no longer have a subject nation, that's what it is. So we could subjugate the Dabulan free traders and gain their approval again and get more influence per month. But there's also a, what am I thinking? There is an option, there's a tradition that we can gain that would give us additional. Let's take a look real quick. It's in the Harmony tree, I think, too. Is it? Yep. So it's actually not the tradition, it's the completion condition for the entire tradition tree. You get additional, oh wait, no, it's not. Am I thinking domination? It's domination's completion tradition, or completion condition. So monthly influence will increase by 1 when we have all of those. So that's actually a ways off. Yeah, consumer goods is running quite low. Let's take a look at our policies and see if there's anything we can do there. War doctrine is currently set to rapid deployment. That's fine by me. We could set native interference to passive study to make one of the factions a little bit happier with us. Let's go ahead and do that just to gain a little bit more influence per month, because we're not really studying anyone right now anyway. So native enlightenment is prohibited, resettlement is allowed, land appropriation, what was I looking for? Economic policy is currently a mixed economy, so we could produce more consumer goods from jobs and fewer alloys from jobs. And our trade policy is currently wealth creation, so we could definitely get more consumer goods from consumer benefits. Let's do that. So that's going to take a chunk out of our alloys and our energy. Let's see, but it should boost our consumer goods considerably, maybe enough to balance things out. We're going to tell in about 2 days. There it is. Damn. All right, energy just went the opposite direction. Huh. It might partially be due to the fact that we have this new fleet coming into service. We're not going to be able to change that again right away. We need to wait until... We have 10 years now we've got to put up with that. So now at least we have that solved, but we've got to make sure that we're producing enough energy to offset it. Whispers in the Stone. Translations of the carvings reveal that they all revolve around the enigmatic statues called the Kalanka. Never are the stonecutters themselves mentioned. The Kalanka creation myth, however, tells of a race of godlike creatures who breathed life into the mountain and birthed the Kalanka from fire and stone, deep within the world's molten core. Could the stonecutters have imagined themselves as gods over their creations, or were the statues perhaps created in their image? Curious. One minor artifact found. Speaking of minor artifacts, that does at least afford us the possibility. We have 14 of them now, so we can use that to gain a little bit of energy if we need. Not particularly looking to spend them in that way, but we have that opportunity.
Construction complete.
All right, so Classis 1 is returning to the Sol Station. Let's go ahead and upgrade the fleet. Classis 2, I need to reinforce you. And we're going to add another leader here. Let's put Opiter Asius there, and your home base is currently at the Sol Station. Why don't we make your home base the Alpha Centauri Station? Or the Procyon Station, how about that? So Classis 2. Where was that button exactly? Oh, it's right here. Assign and return to base. Perfect. How are we doing up here? Still going to intercept that fleet. It's taken them a while to get up there. But this war is going really quite well. Our war exhaustion is 54. Theirs is 84. That's what you want to see.
New species variant available. Construction complete.
Half Raxar have been modified. All right, so it definitely seems like we have more that we can do. Let's see, this generator world, yep, let's absolutely build more jobs there. Pila could be, it's currently set to be a mining world. I could turn this really easily into a generator world. I'm going to do that. I think that's an opportunity. And then Nova Britannia is an agri world that could certainly have more. No, we have so much more. We have so many more pops to support, and I do want to make sure that I continue to build up on worlds like that along the lines that I've already created.
Construction complete.
But I really need to keep an eye on that because that's a huge energy deficit. It will go away partially when I have Classis 1 in orbit, but we need to solve that before we go to war. It's better than a consumer goods deficit, though. Absolutely.
Construction complete.
Okay, so this agri world, I could build an energy grid here, I suppose.
Construction complete.
The civilian fabricators are about to finish on a number of worlds, so
Construction complete.
we're going to see this number climb from 120 to what exactly? 142. Good.
Our pioneers have made planetfall.
Okay, well, we're about 25 minutes into this episode. I'm going to stop this one here because we've got a lot going on. Let's take a quick look at research. 14 months remaining until we can start terraforming Mars, 5 months until we have the plasma cannon, and 10 months until civilian replica complexes. Now, those aren't as important anymore given that we've solved the issue. One thing we might do is, once the 10-year timer has worn down, we can switch that policy back in order to bring in a little bit more trade value. Now, another thing I can do to bring in trade value, now that I'm thinking about it, is we can go to this station and build some trade hubs. That'll help. It's not everything, but it'll help. And then we have a few others. So there's some trade value to collect, but again, trade value is not producing raw energy. Right now it's energy and consumer goods. So that might be a reason to switch that back in the future. And maybe that'll balance it out completely, but we'll continue to play with that. And once we feel like our energy situation is in good shape, when we have a good surplus and we can safely send the 2 fleets out to do some fighting, we have 2 fleets that are, this one's mainly still building up. You can tell from the shipyards, they're cranking out ships as fast as they can. So it's going to be a while before it's completely finished, but all those ships are on the way to classes 2. And then once those are in place, we're going to be able to think more about maybe conquering the Dabulan free traders and preparing for the endgame, because we don't have that much longer before endgame starts to become a priority in terms of our preparation. Notice we have a lot more naval capacity used up now at this point as well. That's from building more ships. So lots of progress in the past couple of episodes, and we're going to keep that going. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.